For 12-year-old Samantha, Thursdays at Sunrise are a chance for her to reunite with her buddy Bailey and mentor Olivia.
1, 2, 3.
And for half an hour each week, get the chance to be like any other preteen girl, learning how to ride a horse.
It's a place where anybody can come. They just meet you where you are, and you're able to develop real skill in horsemanship.
This is Sunrise, a therapeutic riding centre in Guelph, Ontario.
Ready to go?
The staff here specialize in working with children and adults with physical and developmental challenges. And for Carrie Aarons, Sunrise has become a place where her daughter Samantha's own challenges have been embraced and helped.
Therapeutic care just meets the rider where they have needs. So it just allows anybody to come and ride. So in Sam's case, she's got some developmental delays, some coordination delays, and some speech delays.
Founded in 1983 by Anne Kane, Sunrise is accredited by the Canadian Therapeutic Riding Association. Immigrating to Canada in 1973 with her husband and 4 children, Christopher Kane, her husband, was diagnosed with cancer and died shortly after, leaving her alone with 4 young children and 2 ponies given to the family as a gift. She saw firsthand how those animals helped her children through their grieving process.
I just saw how amazing it was for them to have those animals and how they clung to them, and just the therapeutic benefit because they were emotionally disabled, really, and losing a father and a very close family.
She says over the years, she learned a lot more about the healing power of horses and their role in therapeutic care. And according to Kane, it was her choice to take this traumatic event of losing her husband and make a difference. She spoke to some friends, local doctors, and physiotherapists, got a charitable number, a board, and donors, and in no time, Sunrise was open. Sunrise! Since starting Sunrise 29 years ago, Anne and her team have seen many, thousands in fact, helped by simply getting on the back of a horse, a therapy treatment that parents of children with disabilities are happy exists.
A horse moves the same as a human moves, and that's hard to understand when horses have 4 legs and we have 2. But children can be on, you saw children today on saddles, and with a child sitting on that horse moving forward, they have passive exercise of their muscles. So it exercises every muscle in your body. So it's an incredible therapy in that respect.
Reins over her head, awesome.
And according to Olivia Conlon, a volunteer here at the center, horses are the best form of therapy out there.
Yeah, animals are definitely a huge motivator. They are so understanding and sincere, and they really try, and they make a connection that humans can't make with other humans. It's on a completely different level, and the power that they have to work with the rider and help the rider to achieve things that they couldn't achieve without it.
Speaking of achievements, many have seen the work Anne and her team have done over the years and have awarded Sunrise publicly for their role in therapeutic care and helping the physically challenged. Even the Lieutenant Governor of Ontario, David Onley, has officially honored Kane's hard work.
Well, it was very embarrassing, actually. I was nominated for Outstanding Citizenship Medal, but I found it really hard because when you do something that you love, to be honored for that was embarrassing, I felt.
But what hasn't been embarrassing for Anne and her staff is hearing the many stories of transformation and healing that has happened to the thousands who have come through these stable doors.
We get a lot of children that come with no muscle tone, really like little floppy rag dolls, and they're, they don't have any speech, some of them, and it's just been amazing how they will come into the program needing side walkers, needing a leader, but the horse has helped them with their core muscle strength. To see a child that can't walk, having been in the program for a couple of years, and you suddenly see them walking across the barnyard.
Sherry McIntosh has a similar story. The mother of 8-year-old Marissa, they drive 2 hours each week to get here.
Marissa has a global developmental delay, so she has problems with speech, communication, fine motor skills, so things that she does with her hands, feeding, that sort of thing, and gross motor skills, so the walking, sitting, and that sort of thing. That basically is, what we all depend on. So it makes daily living for her difficult. Everything's a struggle. Learning to walk, learning to sit, learning to communicate somehow.
Good girl.
Sherry, who is an avid rider herself, knows the power of animal therapy and was convinced that if she could find a therapeutic center for her daughter, they would see progress. 5 years later, the changes are remarkable.
Yeah, I had to hold both of her hands when she walked in. I had to support her trunk with my legs. It was very difficult walking with her, but it was time consuming. Now when we walk in fact, Krista was remarking on it this year. When I walked in, I held Marissa's one hand and just cradled her elbow like this. And she was walking faster than I could barely keep up with her, you know, in this position as you're walking beside somebody. So it's been really incredible, like, to see the difference.
It's amazing because children don't know they're doing therapy, and animals are accepting. You know, they're not critical. And let's face it, as human beings, we can sometimes be very critical, and children can be unkind to one another. And some of these children with disabilities are ostracized at school, and they don't have friends. At Sunrise, everybody's their friend because this is their place.
Even Serenity Morton, 3-year-old Preston's mom, has seen a change in her son in just a few short months.
Well, he has like tight muscles in his legs. So I was just looking through the kids' ability folder one day and thought I'd give it a try and get him out there. The doctor for his muscles says his legs were doing really good. They say that he has really good balance and he's really strong here, which I was pleasantly surprised.
For Kane, there are no surprises, just joy in seeing the impact of therapeutic care time and time again. Children arriving to the center with so much need and slowly being transformed.
Oh, what did Tiger say?
She's just happy that God enabled her to look beyond her grief and see a need.
My feeling is that in the community you have people with disabilities and people without disabilities, and that's the community. It's amazing. I mean, my husband had an incredible faith, and he loved children and loved animals, so I think he would be very proud to think that this came out of something that was so traumatic in our lives. And I think the parents say that when you come on this farm, you feel the love. And I think that's important, and that's really what we try to promote.
In Guelph, Ontario, Magdalene John, 100 Huntley Street.